what are some of the questions that the officers can ask and what can you expect at the airport when you do arrive in Canada? Now, when it comes to your business, it is an expectation that you know what your business is about and you should be able to easily explain what it is that you're here to do. So, for example, if the officer asks you, what is your business about? Why are you here in Canada? What are you going to be doing here in Canada? As a business owner, you are fully expected to know the answers to this and be able to answer properly, concisely, and to the point. Be aware that as a business owner, you could also be asked few technical questions such as whether your company has been incorporated, what is your share in the business, how many partners in the business, etc. As a business owner, again, you should have these answers ready with you. Do carry your incorporation documents if your company has been incorporated, and it is highly unlikely that you will be asked any further questions or any more specific questions, but do be aware of the top lines of your business plans. For example, what are the sales targets looking like? What are the numbers that you expect? How many employees are you going to be recruiting, and what made you select Canada as the destination for your business startup? Now, also do be aware of the city that you're going to be living in or operating from. It's important that you have all of these information details ready with you. When it comes to finances and money, be prepared again with an answer to how much you are planning to actually invest in your business. You could be asked about settlement funds. Be sure that you have the documentation with your updated bank statements and financials handy. You could be asked to show the settlement funds or proof of settlement funds, and therefore make sure that you have these details ready as well with you. Besides the questions about your business and those details, the officer could also be asking you questions that are often related to any new temporary resident in Canada. For example, where will you be staying? How long will you be staying there? Do you have any family members or friends? What ties do you have in your home country or to your home country? Now, remember that you also need to ensure that your medical results are valid on the date that you enter Canada. These medical results are valid for 12 months from the day that you obtain it. So make sure that you get new medicals done prior to traveling if your medical reports have expired by then. Understand that while the interview at the airport is not a challenging or difficult one, and the officer is really not looking to trip you up or poke holes in your stories, they are to be taken seriously because this is conversational, but at the same time, it is a conversation with a government official. CBSA officers are Canada's last line of defense, and they do actually have the absolute authority to deny you entry into the country if they believe that you have either misrepresented on your application or you are a threat to the country. Answer the questions that you have been asked directly. Do not share extra and additional information or get into a discussion of something that the officer has not requested or asked you for. The recommendation would always be to just keep the content of your answers exactly the same as you have mentioned on your application and during that process that you underwent to obtain the visa. And finally, do understand that your work permit at the end of the day is a temporary visa. It's a temporary permit to live in Canada. And although the startup visa allows you to apply for PR, and in fact, you would have already applied for PR at the time of your work permit application, if by chance you are asked what you will do if your PR gets rejected, you don't need to get flustered at this point. You can simply, say something to the effect of that would be Canada's loss, and you can simply take your business to the US or some other country, and that would be maybe one of the best ways to answer that question. So all the best on your journey. This is Andrea Bailey from Yalla Canada.